Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Zip Zalar Field. You are tuned into the pregame show brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. We are here for tonight's SBC River Clash between the Old Fort Stockaders and the Tiffin Calvert Senecas. I'm Nate Mullins on the call with Greg Kinn. And we also have Connor Roush, Mr. Details, on the camera with us tonight. He's also chipping in with some commentary as well. How are we doing, Connor?
We're doing good. How are you guys doing?
Doing very good. Thanks for asking. Once again, you're tuned in here on the pregame show brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. Let's take a moment and thank all of our sponsors before we get you to the first pitch. Here on Heart of Ohio Sports, we want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lease Floor Covering, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Hope in Fostoria, Clouse Electric, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Robbie Paul Construction and Excavating, and Webster Industries, all proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Yes, that was me stuttering over the sound of popcorn in my mouth. It's just impossible to resist down here. This popcorn is top-notch at the Zip Zalar concession stand down here. I'm telling you, Greg, the sights and sounds of baseball. Last week, 4 games in 5 days. I mean, it was a blast being on the call with you for most of those, but just right back into the swing of things, right?
Oh, yeah. I was just glad that we got some good weather to have some great games last week, and again, we were blessed with another great day here today.
Some more beautiful weather here today as, once again, we're here live at Zip Zalar Field. We were here last Thursday for the honor games as Tiffin Calvert took on Tiffin Columbia, and these Senecas dispatched the Tornadoes 10-0 in 5 innings. Caden Otterbacher threw a no-hitter, and Cameron Moyer hit a grand slam that just about cleared the field house over there. We had a lot of theatrics here for the Senecas, but I'll tell you what was really impressive to me, Greg, was just how quickly we were in and out of here. Because Caden Otterbacher really made short work of that lineup, but, I mean, we got out of here before 8 o'clock, and I didn't think we were going to.
Yeah. I mean, he did a great job making short work of the lineup, like you said, and then his teammates and everybody around him did a great job of putting those points up on the board to send all of us home early that day.
Let's talk about our pitching matchup today. Right now on the mound for Tiffin Calvert, Blake Coleman. 20 innings pitched on the year, a 1.05 ERA. He's got 33 strikeouts, 15 hits in those 20 innings pitched, and just 3 earned runs on the season. He is 3-0. For Old Fort today, let's see, on the mound, Carter Cleveland for the Stockaders. Take a look at his numbers here. That's Carter Cleveland on the year, 1-3 with a 3.43 ERA. So the win-loss record really doesn't tell the whole story with Cleveland. 24 strikeouts, 8 earned runs. We've got our first pitch coming up here from Blake Coleman, brought to you by Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. But that was a pitching matchup brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. Blake Coleman on the mound, and up to bat for Old Fort, Ryan Adelsberger. Thanks for tuning in here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports. Adelsberger leads it off for the Stockaders, batting .290 on the season, 9 hits in 31 at-bats. Coleman starts him out with the ball outside. First pitch officially 5:03. That first pitch brought to you once again by Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. That one foul tipped at the plate. Once again, thanks for tuning in here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports. We're live from Zip Zalar Field. This is an SBC River Clash as these two teams vying for positioning. Tiffin Calvert sitting atop the river with a 5-0 league record. A swing and a miss from Adelsberger there.
Well, I can tell you this much. You never want to be sitting at the bottom of the river.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Literally funny. And figuratively. 1-2 the count on Adelsberger. Here's the pitch from Coleman. Swing and a miss. Strikeout from Coleman to start the game. That'll bring up Isaiah Perez. Perez batting .324 on the season. The center fielder, 12 hits in 37 at-bats. 2 doubles, 10 singles.
Easy there, kitty.
Does have 6 stolen bases on the year as well. So a speedy guy, if he gets on base, he's a threat to steal. Here's our pitch cam brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. The pitch from Coleman, grounded down the third base line, fair ball. And a nice hit there by Isaiah Perez as he gets the Stockaders going with a one-out single.
Well, if that isn't a name that we're familiar with over there at Old Fort.
Right? That'll bring up Carter Dubois, the catcher. Dubois on the season batting .424. 14 hits in 33 at-bats. Check swing, but they're going to say he went around. Oh, and 1 the count here on Dubois. Runner on first. Swing and a miss. Connor Roush doing a great job on the first base side here tonight. Different angle than we're used to here for the Calvert games, but I think this is going to be our go-to camera angle here from now on. It just is a little bit more user-friendly. Greggy, what do you think?
Oh, yeah. Nice clear shot without anything really in your way. It's good stuff.
That pitch outside and low. 1-2 the count. A little windy out here. That's why you see the pitch cam shaking a little bit out there. That's not too bad.
Might hear Nate's teeth chattering, too.
I put my hoodie on. We're good. I knew we weren't going to be sitting in the sun today, so that one inside. Runs that one in on Dubois. It is a 2-2 count. Dubois does have a .525 on-base percentage. He's drawn 3 walks on the season. And that one drops in the strike zone. Strike 3 called.
Now batting, Connor Roush.
And that'll bring up Connor Roush. Connor, did you try to say something there, bud?
This is Blake Bender.
No, this is Blake Bender. Blake Bender. Up to bat. .433 batting average on the season for Bender. That one inside and low. 1-0 the count. Bender 13 hits in 30 at-bats, 5 doubles and 8 singles on the season.
Correction, not bad. Blake Bender.
Throw over to first, and the runner is back safely. Isaiah Perez over at first, 2 down. Bender fouls that one off. The count now 1-1, 2 down. Here in the top of the first. We'll talk about the keys to the game here in between innings. Of course, keys to the game brought to you by Lee's Floor Covering. Here's the pitch from Coleman. That one outside. And it's 3-1 on Bender. This Old Fort lineup, very solid top to bottom. There's not an easy out there, Greg. They're going to make you battle.
Ooh.
Bender fouls that one straight back and safely away from the blue car.
Heading in the right direction.
Right. Full count. Actually, no, 2-2 the count. And this one fouled, but it's playable. as Jameson comes on to make the play. Jameson Godfrey with the final out here in the top of the first. No score.
No runs, 1 hit.
Coleman allows 1 hit, but no damage done. We head to the bottom of the first here at Zip Zalar Field. Let's talk about the keys to the game, brought to you by Lee's Floor Covering. For Old Fort here today, I think they've got to be patient with Coleman. It's been about, I think, 12, 13 days since he's pitched last, Greg. It's been a while. I know we talked with Matt Coleman on Friday about that, or on Thursday after the honor games, and he said, yeah, it's going to be a while. Blake hasn't pitched in a while because they weren't going to throw him on Friday, so we were talking about how they hoped that the long rest was going to do him some good, but it also might have a little bit of rust. So if you're Old Fort today, get out. You got to take advantage of your early opportunities. When he starts struggling early, if he's not hitting his strike zone, if he's not hitting his spots, you got to be patient. Wait for him to throw you your pitch.
Yeah, that's a double-edged sword there, you know. A couple days with rest, too many days with rest, it might affect your playing there. And like you said, you want to wait it out here and see. If he's not finding his groove here early, you want to take advantage of that.
Absolutely. And for Tiffin Calvert, I think today, with Big Carter Cleveland on the mound, they've got to be aggressive. As much as I say Old Fort's got to be patient, Tiffin Calvert, that's what they do best. Get out in front, be aggressive, swing at those early pitches. Try to get. I think with a lot of the younger pitchers, and Carter Cleveland's not a younger pitcher, but I feel like with a lot of these pitchers in the area, they try to waste those first couple pitches. They try to get over with a fastball or get over with a get over pitch just to get that first pitch strike. If Tiffin Calvert's aggressive tonight, they can take advantage of that, and they can possibly get a couple scoring opportunities early here.
I was gonna say, as we've seen with this team, and as we talked about on Thursday, the Senecas team is the kind of team that if they get rolling, they're really, really hard to stop. So if you come out aggressive here and get rolling early, good luck for the rest of the game for the Stockaders.
Well, speaking of rolling, if you want to get rolling on your floor covering, you need to get a hold of our friends at Lee's Floor Covering. They'll roll out the best deal for you. And roll you out some nice carpeting.
Roll out the red carpet, the brown carpet, the green carpet, whatever you want.
Whatever color carpet you're looking for, they've got it. Our friends at Lee's Floor Covering have got you covered. Once again, one of our proud sponsors here at Heart of Ohio Sports, bringing you the keys to the game today. Calls to the bullpen tonight will be brought to you by Hope in Fostoria. Our first pitch was brought to you by Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. Pitching matchup presented by UIS Insurance and Investments. Our pitch cam tonight brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Pregame show was brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, and stick around for the postgame show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Bottom of the first.
Leading off for the Senecas, number 1, Blake Coleman.
Leading off with our pitching matchup here. As we have Blake Coleman.
I'm surprised we've made it to the bottom of the first without you mentioning how much you love these uniforms.
Oh, I mean.
I know you've told me personally many times, but this is the first time we've got to cover a game with them wearing these baby blues. And, man, they are sharp.
Just as sharp in person as they are in pictures. The sublimated look. That's really what's in right now. I'm a sucker for the embroidered numbers and letters, but, I mean, these hold up so much better over the long haul.
I'm a fan of the stripes on the sleeve, how it goes dark blue, white, dark blue on the ends of the light blue there. It's a nice touch.
I like it. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 the count here on Blake Coleman. Coleman on the season batting, well, 700, but these stats have not been updated.
Ooh.
That one on the outside corner, a strike. And it's 1-2 the count. Of course, I have stats from MrHiggins.net as that one is in there for a strike. Blake Coleman goes down looking.
Now batting, A.J. Shoemaker.
And that'll bring up A.J. Shoemaker. I get my stats from MrHiggins.net, and I think he only updates the stats once a week because he's got so much to do. It's so many different schools giving him stats, and I'm pretty sure that day is Tuesday. So that's why we haven't seen updated stats yet for these teams, but we'll have those for you on Wednesday as that one's swing and a miss from Shoemaker.
Hey, Nate.
Yeah.
I got Game Changer here, so go ahead and check your phone for updated.
I like that. Connor, Mr. Details on top of it.
That one just floats on in there.
That's beautiful. Thank you very much, Connor. As A.J. Shoemaker wears that one.
Ouch.
Hit by pitch will put him on base.
Hit by a pitch would put me in the hospital. Tough guy there.
Didn't get a chance to tell you, Shoemaker batting .360 on the season with a .579 on base percentage. That'll bring up Caden Otterbacher, who's batting a cool .500 with a 1.235 OPS. Sheesh. Wow. This lineup is just, whew. There's a lot of beef in that lineup. That one up high. 1-1 the count here on Otterbacher. Senior Caden Otterbacher threw a no-hitter here at Zip Zalar Field this past Thursday against Tiffin Columbia, and that one grounded to the second baseman, who gloves and throws him out at first.
Now batting, Connor Moyer.
That'll bring up Connor Moyer, the catcher. Shoemaker scampers down to second base. Carter Cleveland on the mound. First pitch up high to Connor Moyer. Moyer batting 194 on the season, but a .390 on base percentage. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. 2 down here in the bottom of the first. No score. Calvert versus Old Fort. Swung on, fouled straight back into the net. And it's 1-2 here on Moyer. Swung on, chopped to third. Gloves, throws to first, and they get him at first for the final out. Here in the bottom of the first inning, no score as we head to the top of the second here at Zip Zalar Field. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. We'll be right back after this.
One runner left on.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy, your legacy.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. And we're back here at Zip Zalar Field. Nate Mullins and Greg Kinn on the call with you. We've got Mr. Details, Connor Roush, on the camera. Thanks for tuning in here on the pulse of the Buckeye State, Heart of Ohio Sports. We get ready to start the second inning of action. No score between Tiffin Calvert and Old Fort. You know, you can throw records out the window. I say that a lot, Greg. when it comes to area teams and these backyard brawls. But this one's one of those games where it doesn't matter what their records are. These two teams are going to put it all on the line.
Oh, yeah. Every time you see these two matched up on the schedule, you know it's going to be a battle, and that's exactly why we're here.
That's right. I think their first game got rained out, didn't it? They had to do a makeup game. I'm not sure. Chime in the comments if you know for sure what happened the first time they were supposed to face off. Connor Ernsberger at the plate, watches the first pitch in there for a strike. Thank you. A swing and a miss.
Nice pitch there.
Coleman
Got him chasing that one.
took a little bit off of that one. And here's the 0-2. Another bender there. Swing and a miss.
Now batting, Harry Kinn.
Actually, I think he did foul tip that one into the catcher's glove. I'm not sure, but
Yep.
I think it was a foul tip. That's what the ump came up and said.
That's matching the jersey here.
Oh, come on now.
It's good stuff.
I'm always a fan of that. That brings up number 7, Harry King, playing third base today for the Stockaders. King on the season batting .185, 5 hits in 27 at-bats.
Whew.
Swing and a miss.
Wow.
Oh, just a little bit off. I thought the umpire was holding his hand out there like he was going to,
I felt like he was hesitating. Like,
not going to give you that one. Gonna work a little harder for that. 1-2 the count here on King. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Now batting,
Coleman, 2 straight strikeouts here to start the second inning.
Just going to work.
Mowing him down.
Like we talked about in the keys to the game, we talked about, if he wasn't finding his groove really to take advantage of that. But what happens if he doesn't have that problem? Nate?
Right.
He is finding his groove really.
Right. Yeah, he's throwing strikes right now. Once that happens, good luck. This is one of the best pitchers in the area right here. Here's the 0-1, swung on and missed by Caden Swecker. Swecker on the season, 2 hits and 13 at-bats. That one outside, watches it. 1-2 the count. 2 down here in the top of the second. No score between Tiffin Calvert and Old Fort. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. And that's the end of the top of the second. 3 strikeouts, 3 batters for Blake Coleman there in the top of the second. We head to the bottom of the second.
due up for the Senecas,
No score.
Cameron Moore.
Let's take a moment and thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here today on Heart of Ohio Sports. We want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Hope and Fostoria, Clouse Electric, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Robbie Paul Construction and Excavating, and Webster Industries, all proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. You notice that couple new names there on the sponsor list, Greggy? There's always room on that sponsor list. If you want to add your name, hoosbroadcasting@gmail.com, or just shoot us a message on Facebook and say, hey, how do I sponsor? It's that easy. That easy.
Can be easier.
Absolutely. But one of those new names we added, Robbie Paul Construction and Excavating. Greg, did you get a chance to, obviously you've seen the new AJ's building they're putting in?
Oh, yeah. You drive
Where the
past
old
it every day. It's
West
great.
Junior High used to be?
Great choice of location there.
Absolutely. Well, right next to that, you'll notice there's another spot. There's a plot of land there was once a house there, but it's no longer a house there.
Oh, yes, I've definitely noticed that.
Well, that was an excavating project by Robbie Paul Construction and Excavating. And that's going to be the new location of a Big B Coffee. Did you know that?
Oh, I did not know that. But
Yes, there'll be a Big B Coffee going in right next to the AJ's there, from what I've heard. That's the rumor in the rumor mill. I'm pretty sure that's been confirmed, but
yeah, and I'm an old man. I went to school there when there was still a school there in that plot of land, and I definitely could have used a excavating job there to get that all leveled out. It was a little rough there on the edge of that land, so.
Gotta bring up our player of the game from this past Thursday night, Cameron Moyer. As that one in there for a strike. And quickly, he's down in the count, 0-2. That one up high.
Had that big hit. Helps me separate him from his brother, because, we call him Grand Slam Cam.
Grand Slam Cam.
But I'm in trouble when his brother hits one, because then I'm going to be back to being like, wait a minute. Which one's which again?
Carter Cleveland with a strikeout there. And that'll bring up Jake Kidwell. Kidwell batting .300 on the season, 20 at-bats, 6 hits. He's got a .500 on-base percentage. That one up high. 3-0 the count here on Kidwell. He does have a good eye. He's drawn 6 walks on the season. That one in there for a strike. He was taken all the way on that one. That one in there at the letters. And it's a full count, 3-2 on Jake Kidwell.
Ooh.
Strike 3 called.
Trying to get himself a piece of that one.
Now batting Harrison Schultz.
I was looking down. I thought it was a strike 3 call. A swing and a miss. Sorry about that. My apologies. I was looking at stats. Thanks to Connor sending me stats over there.
Ooh. Good job, Connor. No, literally, good job.
Yes, thank you. Harrison Schultz at the plate for the Senecas. Swung on, hit to first, right through between the first and second baseman. And I didn't even get a chance to tell you, Harrison Schultz batting .206 on the season. That'll improve that average a little bit. That'll bring up Cash Lee. Cash. I don't know if that's how it goes, but hey.
He goes however he wants it to.
In there for a strike. Starts him out up high with a fastball. 0-1 the count. Kidwell down at first. Swung on, hit to the shortstop. Gloves throws to second for the final out. And Carter Cleveland quickly working his way through this lineup as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Or to the top of the third inning, I should say. Sorry. No score here at Zip Zalar Field. Nate Mullins and Greg Kinn on the call with you. Connor Roush on the camera. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Why go to Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lee's Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lee's Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey carpet and floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome back to Zip Zalar Field here at the Tiffin Calvert Athletic Complex. We start the top of the third. No score between Tiffin Calvert and Old Fort. Nate Mullins and Greg Kinn on the call with you. Connor Roush on the camera, doing a great job today. And the batter squared to bunt, but misses. Tyson Frisch at the plate for the Stockaders. Frisch on the season batting .389. This one, nice bunt. Coleman comes down to field it and throws out the runner at first.
Good bunt, good play there.
Coleman was really on top of that. Made a heads-up play coming down to make that play. And that'll bring up Eli Garza, the DH. This one inside. Sometimes I wonder, obviously not every pitch is going to go exactly where you want it to, but you get those brushback pitches to a batter who's only had 6 at-bats on the season. That's just kind of getting in his head a little bit, isn't it, Greg?
Getting in my head, and I'm sitting back here.
Here's the 2-0, swing and a miss. Garza took a good hack at that one. Oh, back up the middle. Base hit for Garza. A 2-1 count, and Garza goes right back up the middle with it. And a nice one-out single for Eli Garza. Back to the top of the order for the Stockaders, Ryan Adelsberger at the plate. The leadoff hitter, Adelsberger, batting .290 on the season with a .410 on-base percentage. He scored 10 runs, driven in 3. Squares to bunt. This one, catcher makes the play, and he gets him. No, they're going to say safe.
Oh.
Now they got the runner in the rundown, the lead runner. Caught, and they're going to say he missed the tag.
Wow. He certainly doesn't think he missed the tag, but I guess it's not his decision,
Yep, got to live with it. Runners on first and second now.
Not the classic hand on the hips. Man, way to get out of that situation, though, there.
Wow. And now Coach Matt Coleman out to talk to the umpire. Just want to make sure. What'd you see? Blue, what'd you see? This is what I saw. Are you sure?
I mean, to be fair, it's not impossible that he squeezed through there, but, man, it would have been a hard one to get away from all those guys around there. But
I was reading his lips there, Greg. He was pointing. He goes, this is second base, that's third, and this is second base.
Oh, now he's covering his mouth up because he said he saw he was reading his lips.
Oh. Sneaky.
He said, I don't know. Hold on a minute.
We're going to see what the call is here. They're talking. No back and forth between blue here. Actually, it's more just a one-way conversation here. Safe at second is the call, and it stays the call. So runners at first and second, one out here in the top of the third. That'll bring up Isaiah Perez, who singled back in the first inning. In there for a strike. Just kind of wrapped that one around, didn't he, Greg?
Oh, yeah.
One out. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Squares to bunt. Coleman comes down, throws to third, and they're going to say safe at third. So bases are loaded with one out. The throw took him off the bag there, Greg, as he had to jump up to get that ball.
They're giving this ump a run for his money.
They really are. And with a two-man crew, there's just such hard calls to make there, you know?
I think are they talking there about whether or not he overran the bag and almost came off of it, I think. And he said he got back. He was on it.
I know he did come off for a split second, but he got back in time before the tag was made.
You're flying that fast. It's hard to stop your momentum, man.
Mm-hmm. So bases are loaded with one out for Carter Dubois. Second leading hitter on the Stockaders here with a .424 batting average. This is the guy you want at the plate with the bases loaded here. That one in the dirt. Nice job by Moyer to keep it in front of him. Here's the 1-0. In there for a strike. Paints the outside corner with that one. Boy, if you can get a run here or two, that'd be huge. Especially with the way Carter Cleveland's pitching so far. That one in the dirt. 2-1 the count here.
Calvert just has their...
Go ahead.
Calvert just...
Well, maybe. Too much wireless stuff going on. I think that's the problem.
Hmm.
3-1 the count here on Dubois. Nowhere to put him. And he walks him. So a run will score on the walk. Bases loaded walk to Carter Dubois. He just didn't want to give him anything to hit, Greg. I think, you know, sometimes you got to approach those situations with caution, you know, and I think that's what Coleman was doing there, just maybe a little extra caution.
Oh, yeah.
Call to the bullpen brought to you by Hope in Fostoria, as there won't be any pitching change made here, but just make a little call to the bullpen. I want to make sure everybody's okay. Let's get everybody on the same page here.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Get everybody on the same page. Like you said there, Nate, with that last at-bat, it's kind of like the old lesser of two evils here.
Yeah.
Give them the base or give them something more maybe. So go ahead and give them the base on that one.
That'll bring up Blake Bender, who leads the team in batting average with .433 batting average. And 11 RBIs on the season for Bender. He's got a quiet bat.
Ooh.
That one off the plate. First base is uncovered. I think they're just trying to entice the throw here. That's all it was. They were just trying to get him to throw because they wanted.
I wanted to maybe go wild and get something out of it there.
Yep, they were trying to get that runner home. Bases loaded. One out. Blake Bender at the plate, 1-0 the count. That went down low. I don't know if they're going to say that dropped in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Nice pitch. The bottom just fell right off of that one. That one fouled back, and it's 1-2. Bases loaded, top of the third. Stockaders lead 1-0. Coleman comes set. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, foul tipped straight back. Luckily, nowhere near me.
Not too far away from you.
1-2 the count here on Bender. Here's the pitch. Swung on, chopped to the mound. Coleman comes home for the force to first. Double play! Wow. Heads up play by, I'll tell you what, Coleman charged in to make that play, underhands it to the catcher, and then Connor Moyer with a rocket to first for the double play to get out of the jam. They do score a run, but it could have been a lot worse for Tiffin Calvert. Stockaders lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. Nate Mullins and Greg Kinn on the call with you today. We've got Connor Roush, Mr. Details on the camera, doing a great job for us here today. Thanks for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We want to thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here, because folks, without them, it wouldn't be possible. We want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lease Floor Covering, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Hope in Fostoria, Clouse Electric, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Robbie Paul Construction and Excavating, and Webster Industries, all proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Stockaders showing that they're a feisty team out here, putting up that one. But I tell you, Nate, like you said, having bases loaded multiple times there and to just get out of that inning with just one run scored, that's a big-time deal there for Calvert.
It really is. And now the offense has got to pick up the bats. Logan Ritzler will lead it off for Tiffin Calvert here in the bottom of the third. SBC River matchup here. Tiffin Calvert undefeated in league play at 5-0. Old Fort at 3-3 within league play, as they have lost to New Regal twice and Hopewell Loudon this year. Of course, Shane Jones was the reason for that New Regal loss twice.
I was going to say, we got to witness New Regal play last week, and yeah, they're no joke of a team either.
Yeah. And Hopewell's always, they're always a formidable opponent. Logan Ritzler to lead it off for Tiffin Calvert. He's batting 125 on the season. 4 hits and 32 at-bats. I love that. The chirping from the dugout's so great. Connor's got me. He says, hey, your numbers are off. Old Fort is 6-6 and 3-3 in league play. Those are right. Like, that's updated on here, but Calvert's stats are not updated.
Let's say I thought you said they were 3-3 in league.
Mm-hmm. Calvert is 7-0 in league play, not 5-0. Yeah, they haven't updated these stats since last week, so. Swing and a miss by Ritzler. And Carter Cleveland settling in here, Greg. He is, I'll tell you what, the height that he has coming off the mound, that's imposing enough.
Yeah.
But the gas he's throwing today, shoo. Blake Coleman at the plate for the Senecas. Coleman batting .562 on the season coming into today.
Sends that one over to the softball field.
Struck out back in the first, just his 6th strikeout on the season. He fouled that one off. It's 1-1. Or 1-2, sorry, 1-2. Fouled off once again by Coleman. We'll keep it at 1-2. 1-0 Old Fort. Here in the bottom of the third, 1 down. A.J. Shoemaker on deck. The 1-2 from Carter Cleveland is in the dirt. Of course, these Stockaders got a little bit of a late start to the season, Greg, with their tournament run they had this year. Regional final championships.
It's a good problem to have, though.
It is a good problem to have, for sure.
Oh.
And Coleman hits this one into right center field, and what a catch!
Wow.
What a catch by the center fielder, Isaiah Perez. I think I say he did not come up with that.
Oh, are they saying maybe the old...
Was it dropped?
Bounce out of the glove?
It must have dropped maybe into his glove. He's saying he caught it.
Oh, now we're going to have another discussion here.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that
was a heck of an effort either way.
It was one heck of a hit so far out there that, yeah, my eyes cannot be trusted on that one from where I'm sitting at. I couldn't see that.
Oh, they're going to say he was out.
He chased it down, but...
How come the home plate umpire make that call?
No.
So Coleman hanging out at third. He wants to wait and see the results of the conference here.
I see a little smile on Coach Coleman's face there.
I hope he's not looking back at us going, you guys are the reason why I called that out. If you would have kept your mouth shut.
Man. Yeah, that's a tough one there.
That is a tough one
you
for
don't-
Blake Coleman.
You don't want to be robbed either way on either side of that one. If
Yeah.
he made the catch, you want credit for it. If he didn't make the catch, you want to be on third base right now.
Connor did a really good job of tracking that one. We'll go back and look at the replay after the game and see what happened. What do you think, Connor? What do you think happened? Oh, we got no audio with Connor. Darn it. Shoemaker watches that one in there for a strike. It's 1-1. 2 down here in the bottom of the third. That one outside and up high. 2-1 the count. Shoemaker on the season batting .360. 9 hits in 25 at-bats. 3-1 the count here. That one down low, and Shoemaker draws the walk. That'll bring up Caden Otterbacher.
I don't know exactly what music I just heard, but it sure sounded like an old Mark Henry WWE theme. Otterbacher came up to the plate, so I wanted to check into that one.
Shoemaker draws the walk. He's down at first base. Throw over to first.
Ball took a little hop skip in there, too.
Yeah, he spiked it. Gave it the old Gronk spike. The 1-0 rolls to the backstop, and Shoemaker will be in safely at second on the pass ball. Runner in scoring position for Caden Otterbacher. .14 RBIs on the season for the senior. He'd like to add another one right here. That one up high, all the way to the backstop. Shoemaker scampers over to the third, so now just 90 feet away from tying the game up here.
Yeah, I think he was throwing that one at you.
I don't know why I helped him out.
That one came in hot there, though.
That one just Raleigh fingered it off.
Oh, you got a call to the bullpen here? Is that what's happening?
A little call to the bullpen brought to you by Hope and Fostoria. I think just a pitching conference here, if nothing else.
So we got to get these balls under control, guys. He's just scampering his way from first to third like nothing.
He skedaddled his way all the way from first to third. We need that skedaddle button. Have you seen the video of the school teacher who says that his middle school teacher said that he looks like a guy who says it's time to skedaddle on out of here.
Oh, my goodness.
And then now they call him the skedaddler. And so now every time he gets up, students press a button on their on their computer that makes the noise like the cartoons running away, you know?
Oh, yeah, I love that. That's exactly the thought that was in my head like that.
Yes. It's so good. Cleveland comes set. Here's the 3-0. Outside, and Otterbacher draws a 4-pitch walk. That'll bring up Connor Moyer.
I love how like you get walk-up music in baseball.
Right.
That's so cool. You don't get that in other sports.
Moyer fouls this one away.
Ooh. Far, far away. I don't know where I landed it.
I think I went over to my buddy Tim's house. Runners at the corners, 2 down, bottom of the third. Connor Moyer at the plate. this one. Foul tipped. And it's quickly 0-2 here on Moyer. Moyer batting 194 on the season. That one up high. That's what you call a waste pitch there, Greg. He wanted to chase after that one.
Ooh.
That one in the dirt. And Otterbacher got himself a gourmet second base there. Some gourmet cooking from Caden Otterbacher. That graphic you came up with was just
gourmet pitch.
I mean, it's so good. Runners at second and third, 2 down. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch from Cleveland. Ooh. Outside, and it's a full count. So Moyer worked his way back into the count here. Now let's see if he can get a pitch to hit, or if they'll just put him on.
Cooking himself some Chef Moyer ID here.
With that first base open, we'll see what they do here. Payoff pitch up high, and Moyer draws the walk to load the bases for guess who?
I was going to say, this looks familiar.
Cameron Moyer. Last time he was at the plate with the bases loaded, he sent one over the field house. That one in there for a strike at the letters. Here's the 0-1. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
All right. 0-2 the count here on Moyer. That one wasn't much. Never mind. One and two the count here on Moyer. Here's the pitch. Chop to third and foul. Coach Coleman tried to make the bare hand stop over there. We've seen him snag a couple over there.
Yeah.
He's not afraid to play that hot corner. Here's the 1-2. Up high. 2-2 the count. Bases loaded.
Good eye there. Way to hold that one back.
Yeah. Moyer showing good patience. And give me the one I want. That one up high. And just like his brother, he works his way back into the count. It's now 3-2. Bases loaded, 2 down. Bottom of the third. Cameron Moyer. Payoff pitch down low. And it's a tie ball game. So back-to-back walks issued by Carter Cleveland. Actually 3 straight walks because he walked Otterbacher on 4 straight, didn't he?
I believe so.
That one up high as he's starting to lose a little bit of control here. These are starting to get away from him. A little high in the strike zone. Here's the 1-0. Up high. 2-0 the count on Jake Kidwell.
I don't know if it's just the camera angle here, but it looks like there's quite a bit of height disparity there, too. So.
Yeah. Well,
as you talked about, Cleveland's a pretty tall guy himself here, so.
Yeah. That one in there for a strike. 2-1 the count. Bases loaded for Jake Kidwell. Chance to be a hero here.
Ooh.
That one outside. 3-1 the count here on Kidwell. Cleveland starting to have some command issues here.
And how tempting would it be to go after those pitches?
Yeah, you're right.
You want to be the hero, and you're like, oh, just give me one. Come on.
I know with the bases loaded in the show, I'm swinging at everything. So Kidwell takes a swing at that one, and just over top of it, Cleveland took a little bit off of that one. And it's a full count now. 3-2 count, 2 down, bases loaded. Bottom of the third, tie game, 1-1. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. And the runners will have to go back. We'll do it again at full count, 3-2. Kidwell batting .300 on the season. 10 hits and 20 at-bats, or sorry, 6 hits and 20 at-bats.
And we saw Calvert get out of the same situation just here at the top of this one.
That's right. Cleveland just needs a good pitch here. Swung on, hit right into the runner at third. He was in the base path though, so. Since he was in foul territory, I think it's not an out. Because technically, if you get hit by the ball, if it's in play, you're out, right?
No.
But it wasn't in play there. It was in foul territory.
That doesn't even sound fair. That was like get hit by my teammate hitting the ball at me. But, yeah, I think you're right, though, Nate.
Up high. And another bases-loaded walk from Carter Cleveland will give the Senecas the 2-1 lead. And that'll bring up Harrison Schultz.
Just a tough situation to be pitching out of there.
Great patience by these Senecas. I'm telling you what, Greg, 4 straight walks. That one down low.
Calvert's going to have to change their name to the Birds here because all that chirping comes from the I love it.
Here's the 1-0, up high. Harrison Schultz at the plate. He singled earlier in the game. Back in the second inning. This one in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, and runners are going to have to stay where they're at.
Yeah, like you said there, Nate, still looks like he's having a little bit of control issues here. Going a little high, going a little low. See if we can get it back under control.
3-0 the count here on Harrison Schultz with Cash Lee on deck. Seneca showing excellent patience at the plate here.
Yeah, you got to make him beat you. You don't want to beat yourself.
That's right. Here's a 3-0 from Cleveland. In there for a strike. Paints the outside corner with that one. Nice pitch. Here's the 3-1. Strike 2. Drop that one on the inside corner.
Man.
That was inside.
Yeah.
And so a bases-loaded walk for the 3rd straight run will bring up Cash Lee.
Cash. That's not even what it is, but it's perfect.
First pitch from Cleveland, up high and outside. Cash Lee batting .233 on the season.
Oh, that one high again.
Listen to that.
Yeah.
I just love it.
I mean, and that's, you just want to get in his head when these pitches are getting away from him like this, and you get that chirping going on. the perfect combination. That's what you want.
That one in there for a strike.
And then just like that, he says,
quiet, quiet, you. He's not giving him anything to hit, though. As that one up high, ball 3. 3-1 to count here on Cash Lee. Logan Ritzler in the on-deck circle. In there for a strike. Cash didn't seem to think so, but bases loaded. 3-2 count. 2 down. 3-1 Tiffin Calvert. Here's the pitch. Up high, and another bases loaded walk. The 4th straight bases loaded walk now for Carter Cleveland, and I believe this call to the bullpen may signal the end of his night here, as he just suffered through some command issues here. Greg, he was pitching really well here through the first 2 2/3 innings, even up to the second out of this inning, but all of these runs have come through with 2 outs.
Yeah, somehow Calvert just remained patient, and he hasn't been able to get to set anybody down here in the last few times. They just keep walking everybody in. Like you said, last 4 runs all walked in. It's at what point do you got to say, maybe we got to make the change right now. It's just, it is what it is.
And the pitching change has been made, as you'll see Ryan Adelsberger on the mound.
It's definitely one of the harder things to do is try to go out here and pitch, and the wear and tear on your arm, how quickly your arm gets wore down and tired.
Yeah.
Especially when you're pitching to a patient team like Calvert. It's just pitch after pitch after pitch after pitch.
Right. Adelsberger dealt with some injury problems at the beginning of basketball season, so he didn't start out with the team at the beginning of the season, but man, once he got in, he really helped that lineup come together. And really, that second half of the season for the Stockaders in basketball, I mean, you could say, obviously, a lot of different contributors on the team, but he's kind of the glue that helped bring everything together. Gave him a great post presence, really kind of helped stretch the floor quite a bit. But when he came back from injury, it really sparked that lineup and led them on their run. All the way to the, would they make it to the Elite 8? No, Sweet 16, that's what it was, Sweet 16. Adelsberger on the season, just 4 1/3 innings pitched. He has not allowed an earned run, but he's given up 6 walks and 4 hits. But he's also struck out 6 in 4 1/3 innings pitched. So, yeah. What does that say? That means he's probably going to nibble around the strike zone quite a bit here. So, hopefully, he can hit his spots here and get out of this jam with the bases loaded. And the freshman, Logan Ritzler, at the plate.
Yeah, it's never a fun situation to walk into as a pitcher. Here you go. The bases loaded. Go do your thing.
Right. That one in there for a strike. Adelsberger comes right out, firing strikes.
Yeah, it had nice movement to it there on that.
That's what you call a sweeper there. That one outside. I give it up to Greg Kinn, doing a great job on production here today, going back and forth between the pitch cam and the main cam here today. It's a new element we're bringing to the broadcast, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's just going to get better. This is just the beginning of the pitch cam. It'll get better and better as we keep doing this. Just very excited.
Oh, that one got away.
As that one gets away from the catcher, and runners will have to go back.
They did a great job there getting on top of that one.
Right.
He said, come on in. Well, hold on a minute. Maybe not.
Oh, hey, hang on. Wait a minute.
Yeah, they got on top of that one with the quickness there.
Oh, Ritzler is a sophomore? Thanks for that, Connor. I thought he was a freshman. I don't know why. Ritzler hits it through the infield. Base hit. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And Logan Ritzler comes through with a 2-out base hit. 2 RBIs on the board. And the Senecas open up a 6-1 lead. 6-run third inning here for Tiffin Calvert.
Yeah, just think, Nate, when we started this third inning, it was 0-0 game.
It was one, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And bases loaded walks had accounted for every run except for these last 2.
Oh.
And there's Coleman with a hit through the infield. Base hit. Another run will score. Ritzler.
Wow.
All the way to third. So Logan Ritzler goes from first to third on the base hit. And then the throw to third allows Coleman to scamper from first to second. So runners at second and third, 2 down. 7-1 Tiffin Calvert. Senecas pouring it on here.
Yeah, I need to slow down. I can't keep up. Trying to change all these things around. They just run it in, run it in. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's tall.
Sure.
He is tall, Greg. I mean, very tall. Shoemaker hits this one into right field. Is it going to get down? And no, it stays foul. So A.J. Shoemaker at the plate. Trying to be A.J. Runsmaker.
I was going to say A.J. Hitmaker. We need to get out of each other's heads here. Oh!
Hits that one right into the glove of the second baseman. What a play by Connor Ernsberger. Boy, he went up to get that one up the ladder. Excellent play by Connor Ernsberger to end the inning and limit the damage to just 7 runs there. But Tiffin Calvert extends their lead, puts some runs on the board. 7-1 Senecas as we head to the top of the 4th inning. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your local homegrown agent, Jeff Leopold, for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1144.
Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink is here for all of your printing and design needs. From reunions to small events, to business apparel and even vehicle lettering, they've got you covered. They make the gear that you make your memories in. Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. And we're back here, Zip Zalar Field. Nate Mullins and Greg Kinn on the call with you. Connor Roush on the camera. Thanks for tuning in here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. Stockaders started out the top of the 3rd, scoring a run on a bases-loaded walk issued by Blake Coleman. But then the Senecas said, turnabout's fair game. We like bases-loaded walks, too. Plated 4 of their own off of bases-loaded walks issued by Carter Cleveland.
Yeah, just that slippery slope. Things started getting away from him there, and just 1 went in, 2 was in, 3 was in. Just, whew.
Oh, and what's hard is, obviously stats don't really matter in the long run, but all 7 earned runs will be attributed to Carter Cleveland because Adelsberger came in with the 3 runners on. He did surrender those 3 runs, but they weren't his runners. So they don't count against his stats. They count against Carter Cleveland's stats.
That's messed up.
Connor Ernsberger at the plate. Made an outstanding play.
He had to get him out of that one. Out of a tough spot there.
On a swing and a miss. Coleman took a little bit off of that one. Looked like a slider maybe.
Coleman had himself a nice break there at the bottom of the third.
Yeah, he did. That one low and in the dirt. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, hit to the center fielder. Otterbacher makes the catch for the first out. He squared it up, but just right at the center fielder for the first out.
I'll tell you, as a kid, Nate, I always wanted to hit the ball up high like that. I always thought that was the big time hit, you know? And then now as I watch the game more, I'm like, maybe not so much. It just gives them time to get underneath of it.
That was my – I never could hit the long ball because I always was just trying to hit it in the field, like just trying to hit it somewhere. And that one thrown over to first, not in time. And even if he would have been able to come up with that catch, it still wouldn't have been in time. That was a hard play to make over there by the shortstop.
Now batting number 14, Tiffin Calvert.
So Harry King earns himself an infield single. That'll improve his average. He was hitting 185 coming into this one. And that'll bring up number 14, Caden Swecker. Here's the 0-1. Down low. Moyer gets in front of it. 1-1 the count. Coleman comes set. Here's the 1-1. Nice pitch, but just outside. 2-1 the count. That's a hard pitch to lay off of. I don't like, if I saw that coming, that'd be looking like a piece of cheesecake right there. Like,
Gotta try and get yourself a piece.
Down low. 3-1 the count here on Swecker. 154 batting average on the season for Caden Swecker. That one fouled straight back. Harry King at first base does have 7 steals on the season, so he's somebody to keep an eye on here. Tyson Frisch in the on-deck circle. That one misses, and a walk is issued to put runners on first and second for Tyson Frisch. Frisch playing left field tonight. Batting .389 on the season, 7 hits and 18 at-bats.
I'm going to give it up to Moyer there, though. I saw him catch that one, and he kind of did this slide to the left motion.
Yeah, it's a frame. You got to frame it.
That's good stuff. Ooh.
That pitch high and inside. Here's the 1-0. In there for a strike at the knees. 1-1 the count. One down. Runners at first and second. 7-1 Tiffin Calvert here in the top of the fourth. Here at Zip Zalar Field. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second is off the mark, but luckily there's a couple guys there to back him up. As Moyer was trying to catch that runner off guard there. He had quite a bit of a lead there.
Oh.
Swing and a miss.
Okay, I'm chasing that one there.
Frisch goes down swinging.
Now batting, Eli Garza.
That'll bring up Eli Garza. Garza had the first base hit of the game back in the second inning against Coleman.
Gets himself on base here. He'll be looking at another bases loaded situation.
Third inning, actually. In there for a strike. Harry King at second base. Caden Swecker at first. Eli Garza at the plate. Here's the 1-1 from Coleman. In there.
Ooh.
Strike two.
That was a nice one.
Two down. 1-2 count. Coleman comes set. Here's the pitch. Outside and low. Evens the count at 2-2. The shadow is starting to come out and play tricks on us here. Blake Coleman comes set. Here's the 2-2.
Oh.
This one gets away from the catcher, and both runners will advance. So you'll have runners at second and third now with two down. And it's a full count on Eli Garza. Garza picked up his second hit of the season earlier in the game. And he draws a walk there.
Oh.
Have yourself a day, young man. 1 for 1 with a walk so far against one of the top pitchers in the area. Bases loaded with two down. Ryan Adelsberger at the plate. Adelsberger took over on the mound back in the third, so this is now the pitching matchup. Brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. Swing and a miss. Coleman threw it right by him on that one. Reach back for a little something extra there. We gotta get Tucker to come over here and sit by us with that speed gun.
I forgot he's always using that.
Strike three called.
Yeah.
What a strikeout by Blake Coleman to get out of the jam. Stockaders leave them loaded. We head to the bottom of the fourth. It's 7-1 Tiffin Calvert. I want to take a moment and thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here, helping us broadcast today's game and high school baseball all season long right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Hope in Fostoria, Clouse Electric, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Robbie Paul Construction and Excavating, and Webster Industries. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Of course, our friends at UIS Insurance and Investments just signed on for a legacy contract with us. That's a full-year sponsorship here on Heart of Ohio Sports. It signs you up for all 3 sports, baseball, basketball, football, and it is good for 12 months. That's all the way from the date you sign the contract until the next year on that date. 12 months of broadcasting, 50 games. If you're interested, shoot us a message, hoosbroadcasting@gmail.com, or you can just, message the page if you want. But UIS Insurance and Investments jumped on board with us with the legacy contract or legacy sponsorship program. We are really excited about this new program we're rolling out for area sponsors. Trying to get more sponsors on board, as this is a great opportunity for a small business to really get their foot in the door, get your brand in front of the eyes in this community. Because, folks, a lot of people told me, Greg, I've had a couple of local business owners tell me about their experiences with Spectrum, saying, hey, we spent the $500 a month on the Spectrum ads thing when we never saw our ad. How do you spend $500 in a month on an ad and not see it or not know when it's going to be played? They got a list of times that it played, but they were like, yeah, that's nice, but it would be nice to know when it was going to play. That way I could keep an eye out for it. No, you just never know. Well, when you advertise with us, you know exactly when your ad's being played. Right. It's being played at the time when people are watching the game.
And anytime they watch it back.
That's right.
They get the replays every time it's there. It doesn't go anywhere.
It's called a targeted demographic, and you can only find it right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. So get on board with us, folks.
Yeah, and I was going to say, Nate, doing the legacy year-round sponsorship thing, it's not only to get the sponsors, on board with us, but to give them the ease, to make it a little bit easier for everybody all around.
Yes. That way I don't have to bug you 6 times a year. And when I say 6 times, I mean, it's more than that usually, but it's, beginning of every regular season, that's 3 regular seasons, and the beginning of every postseason. That's 3 postseasons. So
this way you just lock it in and forget about it.
That's right. Done. The only time you'll hear from me is during the postseason. And the great thing is with the legacy contracts, there's discounts for postseason rates. Adelsberger's 3-0 pitch misses, and Otterbacher draws another walk.
Making the trip up to the plate, number 4, Connor Moyer.
That'll bring up Connor Moyer. That one in there for a strike. Adelsberger on for his 2nd inning of work here. Came in with the bases loaded. Surrendered all 3 runs that were inherited, but did not allow an earned run of his own. Adelsberger comes set. Here's the 0-1. In there for a strike. And it's quickly 0-2 on Connor Moyer. Runner at first, nobody out. Bottom of the 4th. Senecas lead 7-1. Here's the 0-2. And that one misses. That looked like a good pitch, Greg.
I thought I was a little inside there, yeah. But
hard to lay off of.
I was going to say something I also haven't seen be called a strike earlier, so I don't know.
Right. Here's the 1-2.
Oh.
Skips off the plate, and Otterbacher will advance to second base on the pass ball.
I suppose you thought that was good, too.
Nobody out. 2-2 count here on Connor Moyer. Up high, and it's 3-2 on the catcher. He just likes the letter C. Catcher,
Ooh.
center. 3-2 count here on Moyer. Otterbacher down at second base. Beautiful Monday evening here at Zip Zalar Field. The payoff pitch is swung on and missed. Moyer's mad at himself because he didn't want to swing, but he committed to it. So
you can feel the hesitation as he was like slow motion swing.
Yeah, he stopped himself about halfway through the swing.
He said, "This is it." No, it's not. Oh, it's too late.
And that'll bring up Cameron Moyer. Otterbacher back safely at second.
Quickly. He just said, no.
First pitch from Adelsberger's up high. Here's the pitch behind Moyer. 2-0 the count here. Seven to 1 Tiffin Calvert. Cameron Moyer at the plate. 2-0 the count with one out. Pitch is up high, and it's 3-0 the count here. Moyer's probably taking all the way here. We'll see. You gotta love the gloves that match the uniform there, Greg.
Oh, yeah.
You always love accoutrement.
That's the little things, man.
So Moyer draws the walk. Runners at first and second now. One out here in the bottom of the fourth. Pinch runner will come on as Cam Lucius checks into the game.
Now batting, Jacob Kidwell.
That'll bring up Kitty. Jacob Kidwell. Look at Connor coming through with the stats over there. Blake Coleman sitting at 69 pitches on 4 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 3 walks, 1 earned run. That was issued on a walk as well. So
He said, "Here comes Kitty," and it just made me think about the old Cedar Point and see if this is Kitty's Kingdom here.
now, I just remember my first year as coach of the Eagles. This young man down at Heidelberg's Horniman Stadium caught 2 touchdowns against us. Greg, you remember that? The 2 long touchdowns
No, I tend
in
to
that
forget.
first championship game.
I tend to forget those kind of things when they hurt like that, Nate.
Yeah, he caught both of them. And that's how I'll never forget this young man's name. He was an incredible athlete
Yeah, I do remember that.
for Tiffin Youth Football. And I've heard many a stories of his baseball accolades being right up there with his football. I don't even know if he's going to play football next year. Seems to be focused on baseball. Yeah, it's just a sophomore. Really making an impact this year. That one up high. 2-1 the count here on Kidwell. Come into this one batting .300 on the season. And it's 2-2 the count. Runners at first and second. 1 out. Ryan Adelsberger on the mound. Bottom of the fourth. Comes set. Here's the 2-2. Down low. And the count is full. Kidwell showing some great patience at the plate here. The 2-2 is in there. Strike 3 called. Both runners will advance. So Harrison Schultz will come out to the plate with runners at second and third, but 2 down now. That was a big strikeout by Adelsberger.
Harrison Schultz.
Harrison Schultz at the plate. Schultz batting .206 on the season. 7 hits and 41 at-bats. Adelsberger, the 1-0, swung on and missed.
Ooh.
Schultz took a good rip at that one, but just underneath of it.
Too tempting, but he said that one.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
That one misses. 2-1 the count with Cash Lee on deck. 2 down. Bottom of the 4th. Runners on second and third. Caden Otterbacher 90 feet away. Swung on, hit up the middle, base hit. Harrison Schultz with another RBI. And throw to the plate is in time.
Oh, wow, yeah.
As they get the runner. Nice throw from the center fielder. Got the cutoff man and fired it in there for the final out. But the Senecas do score a run. It is 8-1 Tiffin Calvert as we head to the top of the 5th inning. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
After that happened.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. We are invested in your success, and our team is here to help. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here at Zip Zalar Field. Nate Mullins on the call with Greg Kinn. And we've got Connor Roush, Mr. Details, on the camera here for us today. Thanks for tuning in on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. Tiffin Calvert leading 8-1 as we get set to start the top of the 5th inning.
I have a pitching change here, Nate.
Isaiah Perez due up to bat. And Logan Ritzler takes over on the mound. Our call to the bullpen brought to you by Hope in Fostoria, one of our proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. As Ritzler warms up, getting ready to take over for Blake Coleman. Coleman's day is done with those stats we read to you earlier. 69 pitches on 4 hits, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks, 1 earned run. And that's the day for Blake Coleman.
Now batting number 16, Isaiah Perez.
Logan Ritzler on the season, 6 1/3 innings pitched, 1.1 ERA, 9 strikeouts. That's what I got anyway. I'm sure Connor's got something different. But hang on, I'll send you the pitching stats. Hey, hang on just a second. Connor's doing a great job for us this year. I mean, even before we got started with the baseball broadcasts, he was on it since this season started. He was chomping at the bit to get ready with baseball season.
Yeah, he was on it. He was like, I can cover the games, put out the stats and stuff from the warmth indoors until the weather breaks and we can actually go out and cover these games.
Isaiah Perez at the plate. Logan Ritzler on the mound. Top of the 5th. First pitch is in there for a strike.
It's a good way to start things out. Oh.
Perez chops this one to third,
Look at that
and
bounce that it took. Whew.
Perez with the hustle out of the box beats the throw. It ate up the third baseman over there as Kidwell came down to try to make the play, but that was a tough play to make for anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one of those ones.
He needs his sunglasses.
So it's definitely one of those ones that looks like it's going to rocket its way right to you. And then, yeah, like you said, it slowed itself down and ate him up there. Kind of hopped up into the glove, and he had to get it over there. But just that little bit of hesitation there.
I mean, look where the sun's at. It's literally right in his face.
Yeah.
So that's a hard play to make, let alone with the sun in your face. Ritzler comes set, runner at first. Pitches in the dirt, and it gets away from Moyer, so the runner will advance from first to second base. You think that glove's been passed down from generation to generation with all the Ritzlers? There's been a Ritzler in Calvert sports since I've been covering sports, so.
It's the original glove from the Calvert baseball team, the first baseball team.
Son, you're finally old enough. This is the family glove.
Dad, this glove's falling apart.
Rub some dirt on it.
Works just fine.
That one's inside. 2-1 the count here. Carter Dubois at the plate for the Stockaders. As we mentioned earlier, Dubois batting .424 coming into this one. 14 hits and 33 at-bats. 5 doubles. And Dubois hits this one to short. Fielded. Throw to third. And they got the runner in a rundown here.
Oh.
Perez is the runner. And Coleman tags him out. So Dubois finds himself on second base after the dust settles. Literally.
Now batting number 11, Blake Bender.
So 1 out for Blake Bender. Bender leading the team in batting average with a .433 average. Swing and a miss. Ritzler comes set. Here's the pitch. The 0-1 is swung on and missed, and now it's 0-2.
I tell you, Nate, as a pitcher, when you see them swing the bat, is there a better sound than the boom as it hits the glove?
I was never a pitcher, so I don't know.
It's just like that.
I was the catcher, so I was always like sticking my glove out there hoping to catch the ball.
Oh.
That one gets away from the catcher and to the backstop.
I don't hit the backstop and shot like right up in the air.
I remember being a catcher. My biggest fear was getting hit with the bat on my glove.
Allows them to sneak over to third base there off of that.
Swing and a
Buddy.
miss. Ritzler goes up and outside. And he gets Blake Bender to chase. That'll bring up Connor Ernsberger. Ernsberger, 9 hits in 36 at-bats on the season. Good for a .250 batting average. That one outside the strike zone. Starts him out 1-0. 2 down, runner at third base. Here in the top of the 5th, 8-1, Tiffin Calvert on top of Old Fort. on the strength of a 7-run third inning. Swing and a miss. Ritzler got him golfing on that one. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, hit back up the middle. This is going to drop for a base hit. That'll score a run. And the Stockaders tack on a run. It's now 8-2. Nice 2-out RBI single for Connor Ernsberger there with 2 strikes. Just came back and got that one.
Now batting number 7, Harry Kinn.
And that'll bring up Harry King.
Got him to swing at that one. He's going to make his way down in second there. Just working the way around the bases.
Runner at second base. 2 down. 0-1 the count here on King. This one hit into left field, back off the fence. Nice hit by King. That'll score another run for the Stockaders. And it's now 8-3.
Good shot.
Well, he got into that one. That one had some carry to it. Harry with some carry.
Yeah, like somebody attached a sail to that one. It just scooted its way on out there, hung in the air forever.
Now batting, Caden Swecker. That one bends its way into the strike zone for first pitch strike. Beautiful day for baseball here. There's a lot of Calvert faithful surrounding the field here. Swing and a miss. Oh, 0-2 on Swecker. Two down, runner at second. Stockaders have plated 2 here in the top of the 5th. Here's the 0-2. In the dirt. Moyer stays in front of it. Ritzler comes set. Here's the 1-2. In the dirt to the backstop. Moyer tracks it, but the runner will advance to third base here.
I think that one hit the backstop, and I think it actually bounced off the ump's foot, too. Right there. You're looking at dirt right next to his foot there. But again, just working their way around these bases.
The 2-2 is swung on and missed.
Oh.
So Ritzler limits the damage to just 2 runs allowed. Stockaders able to draw closer. It's still a 5-run lead for the Senecas. We head to the bottom of the 5th. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Let's take a moment and thank our sponsors. Because, folks, these sponsors allow you to watch this broadcast free. That's what we mean by we wouldn't be here without them. It's just the way it is. I don't believe in paywalls for streams, especially high school sports. So these athletes are working hard. These sponsors are supporting these athletes, and we want you to support these sponsors. We want to say thank you to Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lease Floor Covering, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Hope and Fostoria, Clouse Electric, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Robbie Paul Construction and Excavating, and Webster Industries. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. I told you about the Tiffin Youth Football Night at Xcaret Mexican Restaurant coming up on July 11th. Really excited to partner with them on that. Obviously, we did one last year for them, but I felt like that was kind of thrown together last minute because of, some circumstances that I had. Yeah. But we are very thankful to team up with them on another fantastic event this year.
Yeah, I love doing that, how we did that last year where, we have the coach on, you get to talk to the coach, kind of meet the coach of the team, maybe have a athlete or two on, and, man, those kids' faces, they just light up. Being on the big time, I get to be interviewed, I get to be on camera. I'm on YouTube. Are you kidding me right now?
Oh, yeah, you say the word YouTube to a kid in, elementary? Yeah. You got their attention. I'm very excited for that.
I know Tommy asked me the other day that he said his daughter Charlotte was asking, does Uncle Greggy know Mr. Beast? Since you guys are on YouTube, do you know Mr. Beast?
Not quite.
Yeah, good friends. We go back a long time. Since he was a little baby beast. Uh-oh, that can only mean one thing. I heard it coming over the speakers.
And the only player with his own button on my sound pad, Cash Lee.
Well, I don't know what sound an Otterback can make, so.
Popping popcorn? I don't know.
Ooh.
And Cash wears that one on the sleeve.
Hit him with the old dunk there. Is it dunk?
Doink. Got to put a runner on first for Logan Ritzler. Took over on the mound in the top of the fifth.
Logan Hitzler.
He did have a 2-out, 2 RBI single back in the third inning to open up the Calvert advantage. That was after 4 straight bases loaded walks. That went up and inside. 2-0 the count here on Ritzler.
Nope. Outside there.
3-0 the count on Logan Ritzler. Ritzler hits that one to the third baseman off the heel of his glove. And I believe that's going to be an error. I'm not sure. How do you think they'll score that one, Connor? Error? Or that's probably going to be an infield single, isn't it? That was a hard hit ball.
Yeah, you can tell it's from the sound that it makes off the bat there. Tink.
So if that is a single, that means Ritzler on the day 2 for 2 with a walk and 2 RBIs. Ooh, that went in the dirt. Dubois able to keep it in front of him. Blake Coleman at the plate for Tiffin Calvert.
Yeah, did a good job there of scooting over to the ball, but also keeping his eyes up at the field to see where everybody was at on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, almost the same thing
Outside.
There.
Two 2-0 the count. Cash Lee down at second base. Logan Ritzler at first. Blake Coleman the batter. Throw down to second is not in time, as Lee able to get back safely.
All 3 of those last pitches all kind of fell in the same spot there. Let's see if he's having some issues getting this one under control.
Here's a 3-0 from Adelsberger. That one's right down Broadway for a strike.
There you go.
Three and one. Here's the pitch. Outside. And a walk will load the bases for A.J. Shoemaker. And we got a timeout. Call to the bullpen. Of course, calls to the bullpen brought to you by Hope in Fostoria, one of our proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. I think there's going to be a pitching change here as I believe Ernsberger's going to take over. That's what it looks like anyway. That's the body language I'm getting.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, 3 of those last 4 pitches all went outside to the left and down into the dirt almost, you know. I don't think that was done on purpose all 3 times.
So Connor Ernsberger will take over on the mound. Take a look at his pitching numbers. He's only had 2 innings pitched on the year and just 1 earned run allowed in those 2 innings pitched. Not a whole lot of numbers there, just 2 walks allowed, a strikeout, and 2 hits allowed. But a chance to be the hero here as he got bases loaded with nobody out here.
What a fitting sponsor for this, because wouldn't you say that maybe bringing in some fresh arm give your team a little bit of hope?
That's absolutely right, Greg. Everybody needs a little bit of hope.
Pretty decent here in these warm-up pitches.
Don't forget about the walk for recovery. Our friends at Hope in Fostoria, they announced the dates earlier today, so make sure you save these dates. Tiffin, the walk for recovery date is June 22nd. In Fostoria, it's September 7th. So make sure you save those dates for the walk for recovery, brought to you by our friends at Hope in Fostoria.
It's hot off the presses. Just announced that today.
One and 0 the count here on Shoemaker.
Oh. First one came in a little high. That one comes in a little low there.
We got a final from Hopewell Loudon and Woodmore. 17-0. The Chieftains take care of Woodmore.
What, are we playing football again? Ooh.
Oh. Little chin music there.
He had to fix his glasses after that one, you see. He ducked down so fast, he said, whoop.
Whoop.
Almost lost these. Put that back on.
Bases loaded. 3-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Shoemaker hits this one back up the middle. Base hit. A.J. Shoemaker drives in a run. Another run will score. The throw to third is not in time. Shoemaker slides in safely at second. 2 more runs will score for Tiffin Calvert. It's 10-3 Senecas.
Man, what a nice hit right where you wanted it to go.
Is it 10-3 or 25-3, Greg? Oh, it's 35-3. Never mind. 40. All right, let's keep going.
The joys of trying to run the scoreboards.
It's always fun.
I never forget that one football game we showed up to. The scoreboard wasn't working, and they needed a whole like power.
They had it plugged in, and it was just making one noise, like it flatlined. like the equipment just flatlined when we got there.
Like, I'm sure this is good.
Pretty sure it's a 2-0 count here. Hit back up the middle, off the pitcher's foot. Glove throw to first, and they do get the runner at first. But another run will score, makes it 11-3, Tiffin Calvert. First out recorded here in the bottom of the 5th.
Now back, number 4.
And that'll bring up Connor Moyer. (11-3) Tiffin Calvert here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch is down low. Swung on and missed. Ernsberger throws it by him there. And it's 1-1. Runner at third base is A.J. Shoemaker. Connor Moyer at the plate here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 out. That one up high. 2-1 the count. Here's the 2-1. Outside, 3-1. You gotta love it.
I think he said good eye, but I think it sounded something more like good eye. I like that.
And that one outside. Moyer draws a 1-out walk. And that'll bring up Big Mo.
Making the stroll up to the plate now, number 99.
Cameron Moyer.
Cameron Moyer.
If you were watching the broadcast last Thursday night, you watched Cameron Moyer send one pretty much over the field house, as that one went about as far as you could probably hit one down here. I mean, after the game, I heard that I heard another parent say, that was about as far as I've seen one hit since Mark Lee was hitting him down here over the field house. You hear all kinds of stories about Mark Lee. The legend of Mark Lee down here at Calvert Field it's mythical.
I heard he hit him all the way to Columbian Stadium.
He did. Runners at the corners. Ooh. In the dirt. And the runner will advance as Cooper Nye, the base runner for Connor Moyer, makes his way from first to second base. Here's the 1-0. Moyer hits that one between short and third. One run will score.
He had problems gloving it, too.
And the throw to the plate is not in time and off the mark. 2 runs will score as Cooper Nye slides in. And that is the ball game, folks. Tiffin Calvert takes care of business. 13-3 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Oh, wow, yeah. You're right. I was totally thinking they needed one more for that to happen. But wow. Just like that.
And that's the ball game. Huge win for Tiffin Calvert here today as they plate 13 runs here in front of the home crowd. We'll step aside, take a timeout. We'll come back with a post-game show. We'll wrap things up. Don't go anywhere. You got the Your Legacy Federal Credit Union post-game show coming to you next right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Final score, Tiffin Calvert 13, Old Fort 3. We'll be right back after this.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go, Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports is owned by Mullins Entertainment and located inside Studio Squared in downtown Tiffin. The space features a state-of-the-art podcast studio, open for public use. Building a platform for creators is one of our top priorities. We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve. Our broadcasts are free, and they always will be. We don't hide behind a paywall.
When my family can't come to the games, they always watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here at Zip Zalar Field. Nate Mullins and Greg Kinn on the call with you here. We've got Connor Roush on the camera. Final score, Tiffin Calvert 13, Old Fort 3 in 5 innings. Impressive win for the Senecas here tonight as they take care of business against these Stockaders. And Greg, this was, Stockaders started out with a 1-0 lead, but that third inning, they put 7 on the board, and they never looked back.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy because, they both had the same situation there. Bases loaded. The Stockaders were able to get 1, and then Calvert was able to get out of there and say, all right, we got out of that problem. But then in the bottom of the same inning, Calvert said turnabout's fair play, and, Stockaders were not able to get out of there, just giving up 1. Gave up that 7, kind of changed the whole momentum of the game right then and there.
The control issues leading to 4 consecutive bases-loaded walks by Carter Cleveland. He came into that inning really having some good success against the lineup in the first time through, but that second time through, that Calvert lineup, they just got a lot of patience. They got a lot more patient, and I'll tell you what, they put it all together. They put together some really solid at-bats.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You talk about the patience. How much patience do you have to see on display there to walk in 4 runs? Just walk. It seemed like it took about half the game just for those 4 runs to get in there.
Right? So great effort today by the Senecas. They come away with the win, 13-3. And I'll tell you, great pitching effort by Blake Coleman today. Logan Ritzler coming in to close things down there in the 5th inning, just giving up the 2 runs. But this was a game that, Greg, when we start thinking about our player of the game when we're wrapping things up here, it's going to be hard to pick just one player because everybody contributed today.
Everybody's just out there having fun. It's the almost, I would say, the motto of this team is just go out there and have fun and, just be ridiculously good, apparently.
Right. Well, and after the game this past Thursday, I got a little heat from some Calvert faithful saying, why didn't you pick Caden as the player of the game? He threw a no-hitter. I'm like, first of all, it was 5 innings. I'm not taking anything away. It was a great game by Caden. He threw a heck of a game, but I wasn't aware that it was a no-hitter until after the interview with Connor when it registered, or with Cameron when it registered in my head. He said no-hitter, didn't he? And then I asked him, I said, wait, did you say he threw a no-hitter?
Right. Not that we want to take anything away from the game. It's just the environment down here was very hectic, and a lot was going on that day. So
And I don't keep track of pitching stats, folks. I should. I've got a stat book on the way, so hopefully I'll start keeping better track of some of these stats. But
I'll go ahead and take some of the heat for that one, Nate. Because when you asked me my opinion, I said, grand slammy, Cammy, come on, buddy.
Well, once again, 13-3, big win for Tiffin Calvert here today. Greg, any final thoughts here on the Your Legacy Federal Credit Union post-game show before we wrap this one up?
This really was a really good game. It's quite a difference in the score here at the end, but when we got started in the 3rd there, I thought, oh my goodness, what kind of game are we in for here?
Right. No score through 2.
Yeah, Old Fort put up the fight. They had the fight in them there, but Calvert was able to, like you said, be patient and wait this one out, and got themselves into one heck of a position where you just couldn't come back.
Yeah, and it was a great win for Tiffin Calvert here tonight. But this was one of those games where, Greg, we said it at the beginning of the game, you can throw records out the window when these two teams play each other.
Oh, yeah.
This is one of those backyard rivalry kind of games where you never know how it's going to turn out. This Senecas team, I mean, good luck. Anybody out there who's got a game plan against this team, I mean, they've got a game plan for your game plan.
Absolutely.
But once again, final score 13-3, Tiffin Calvert over Old Fort. I want to thank Connor Roush for all of his contributions here today. I want to thank Greg Kinn for doing a great job on the board. And I want to thank you for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Let's thank our sponsors one more time, and we'll wrap things up. We want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Hope and Fostoria, Clouse Electric, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Robbie Paul Construction and Excavating, and Webster Industries, all proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. All right, that's going to do it for Connor Roush and Greg Kinn. I'm Nate Mullins, signing off from Zip Zalar Field. Once again, your final score, Tiffin Calvert 13, Old Fort 3. Have a great night, everybody.